If you can hear this, you're in the circle now. Check your shoulders. Make sure it's just you and these words. You have now tuned in to the Let 'Em Know podcast, where the real talk's quiet and the truth talks loud. No accidents. You found this frequency. So sit back. Lock in. Let them know you're listening. You're now tuned in to the Let 'Em Know podcast.
What's good, Savvy Crew? I'm coming back with another video. Man, bro. I just made this whole video. Whole 50 minutes something long. I was pretty much done. Soon as I get done though, they go ahead and hit me with the strike. But it's alright, cause I knew it was gonna most likely happen. Because I was actually playing like the full clip of the movie. I was playing like clips of the movie, which I thought maybe I could just at least play the clips. I guess I was wrong. But yeah, so hold on real quick. I'm gonna have to go all the way back through and break it down. I'm gonna see if I could do it as good as I did the first time. I might do it better this time. We'll see. Yeah, so okay, I had to make sure my stream was good. So yeah, I might do it better this time. I might do worse. We'll see. But I already went through this whole little thing. So let me switch to this screen and go back real quick. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to I'm gonna do this. I'm not gonna actually play.
The president said that affordability.
Welcome to.
Oh. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just try to go to the scene that I want. I'm not gonna play the actual movie, right? Okay, so boom, we gonna start off back with this, right? So the burgers was talking to. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn off the volume. Maybe if I turn down the volume. Actually, no, I ain't gonna even play, cause bro, that's crazy. I literally broke this whole shit down, bro, and gotta redo it again because they terminated my video. That's fine though. You feel me? That's fine. I know I'm learning what I can and can't do. You feel me? So it is what it is. But so boom, the burgers was talking to him, right? You know what I'm saying? They was talking to him. Let me see if I can get to it. They start floating around him. Then they drop him down to his death, right? So what I was getting from this is that the food is pretty much killing you, right? The out, you know what I'm saying? McDonald's fast food, it's pretty much killing you, right? So they you know, all the well, I'm pretty. It goes back to further to we not supposed to be eating meat anyways, but yeah, pretty much what I get from this scene right here is that you know, the food. Some people say like the food is literally speaking to them, like, you know what I'm saying, like they have a craving for it. It seemed like, or if they see it, or like a billboard or something, it seemed like the food is literally saying eat me type shit, whatever. And then, you know, once you eat it, you know, eat it so much or whatever that you eventually die off of it or something, right? So that's what I'm getting from that. Actually, let me see if okay, so he woke up then. He woke up from it like it was a bad dream or something, like it was a nightmare, right? Then check out that check out ooh, check out this burger right here, right? So they was talking about Ed's mysterious sauce, right? Okay, so now you know Dan Schneider, right? Oh, once again, yeah. See, I ain't gonna even break it down like I did. I probably ain't gonna even do it like I did the first time. But check this out though. See, so Dan Schneider was in this video. That's one thing that we didn't even catch, right? Well, we all know about Dan Schneider. Okay, we all know about what he do, right? So they got these burgers right here with this white sauce dripping all off of them. That might be a reach for some. It might not be. It might actually be some. But they don't just put stuff in the scene for nothing, right? Especially back then, but because shooting movie scenes was not it's not no cheap thing. So every scene they shoot, everything that they put into the scene is there for a reason. 9 times out of 10, if it's gonna be there for a reason. So they ain't gonna waste no time, money, and energy putting something in a scene that they don't want there. Now sometimes they do take stuff out of scenes, but 9 times out of 10, whatever, or add stuff in there, which then again it's in there for a reason. But sometimes they do take stuff out. But for the most part, if it's in a scene, it's in there for a reason, right? So boom, they got that right there. Okay, so they wake up. Okay, so this is where they got this song. He's singing, he's a dude, she's a dude, I'm a dude, we're all dudes, hey, right? Okay, so I did a video on that, breaking that down and why he's singing that, right? Because in Hollywood, most of 9 times out of 10, your childhood crush that you like, female or male, wasn't female or male. It was vice versa. If there was a male at first and they got turned into a female, if there was a female at first and they got turned into a male, right? That's where that dress ritual stuff come from. But it don't just stop there, because they've been doing that in Hollywood. It don't just come from that. They've been since Hollywood was created, they've been having, what I'm saying, males play females or females play males in movie roles since black and white, right? But it goes back to, which it's probably even further than this, but it goes back to the wig party, like Christopher Cologne, Cristobal Colon, George Washington, how the white wigs, the white wig wearing motherfucker. Yeah, the wig party, that's what it's called, the wig party. And it goes back to them, which I'm pretty sure even goes back further, but I dropped a video on that. Go watch it. Let me see. This is the video. This video right here. This video right here. I did a video on it. Just go check that out. Okay, because that's how they move in Hollywood. Okay, so that's why he's singing, he's a dude, she's a dude, I'm a dude, we're all dudes. Okay. Now in this scene, he's rolling through, get her stuck on a rope and starts dragging her. Like I said in the first breakdown before it got taken down, it might be a reach for something, but I think I think I get maybe what this scene was trying to say. Man, maybe not. It might be a reach, but I ain't gonna even say it, but you probably get it too, right? Okay, so he's skating to work. He roller skates into the lady. I forget if he bump into her and the stroller and the baby fall into his hands or whatever the case may be, but he's still roller skating with the baby, runs into a bunch of people over here, and yeah. Y'all know what Dan Schneider, you know what I'm saying, what Dan Schneider be on, right? So they telling them about Mondo Burger. Boom. This is when first Dan Schneider show his face in the movie, right? So that's the little first breakdown preview. Let me see, which one did I go to next? So boom, this is the next clip right here. And they're trying his actually, you know what? Cause I think, well, I'm not playing a video though, and there's no sound. But I think maybe that's why it got took down, because I'm doing it from YouTube. So okay, let me just not do it from a YouTube clip and see if I can find like images of it or something. Right. So Good Burger sauce clip. Right, so this is where he first tried sauce. He splatted on him. He hit it and it splat all on him. So you see right there in that one, right? And you know about Dan Schneider, how he be adding little stuff off in there that seems like it may be a reach for saying, but it's not really a reach, because we know how he did Ariana Grande on Victorious, how he had her always playing with her feet or something, or you know, sucking on her toes or something, or somebody in Victorious, whether it was Andre the black dude, somebody was always playing with some toes, I think it was some feet, bro. So yeah, we know he add little stuff, or when Ariana Grande was like pouring the water on her face and acting like, you know what I'm saying, some, you know, it was, I guess she was getting peed on or something, getting R. Kelly'd, I guess, I don't know, maybe. um but yeah, so he got splattered on with the sauce when Ed was trying to put it on his burger, slap it out the back and knock it on his burger, but it got put on him, right? So then he tastes the secret sauce, right? Which it's, you don't know what's off in there, right? And you know, yeah, you know how pretty much what he was probably trying to say about that, right? So he tried a sauce. Let me see. What else was in that clip? I might be able to slide with it. I don't know. I want to try it because I mean I ain't playing it. I think maybe if I play it is where uh I might get it took down. Cause I don't know if I even want to try and you know, do that again. But I think if I just keep it on silent and don't actually play the video but just skip through. Let me see. Cause man, bro, I straight broke this down already and got it took down. Let me see. What part was okay? So this is the sauce part. So boom, pause it. So he tried. Let me go back to here real quick and see if okay, cool. So it is, but I just hope it don't get took down again. But if it do, I don't know. I'll be doing it again, but it ain't gonna be today. Uh Shit, I probably will. Third time's a charm if it do. Right, so it splat on them. The reason I want to show the clips is because it makes it more value. You know what I'm saying? I could break it down a little more better. Right. So and then they hear him trying it. In this, he took the fry and just shoved it off in his mouth. He said, "Here, try it," and just shoved it off in his mouth, type shit. Um then Dan Schneider heard a commotion because everybody over there trying the secret sauce. He come over there. Then Keenan shoved the fry off in Dan Schneider mouth with the secret sauce on there. Um so now they talking about going into business. You know, they putting it on everything, all the food. this is where he start asking for like a cut of it. And you know how they do in Hollywood, they say like he said like a 80-10 split. He get 10% kill and Kenny get 80 or something like that or something. I forgot exactly, but and what I get from that is that was symbolic of how they do in Hollywood and how they pretty much and not just Hollywood, but I mean pretty much Hollywood, the industry, but you know, rappers too, you know, how they take most of the money and the rappers barely get any of it type shit, the artists. So that's how they do off in the industry. That's what I got from that. You know, and then always, once again, Keenan is always on top of Kel. Sometimes it's the other way around, I believe, but for the most part, it's a lot of clips or a lot of scenes in here where Keenan is on top of Kel, right? Then he tell him, can you get off my pancreas? Type shit. Uh then he lift up on off of him, right? So boom. Let me get off that real quick. I hope this don't get took down, right? Cause man, I broke this all the way down, bro. Let me go here. Pause. Pause. Okay, so he's spraying some shit up on him, right? So if you so this is the Triumphadol or whatever. They sneak off in there. Kel is dumping off in there, right? So they can instead of taking the bottle, uh instead of taking it later on in the movie at the end, he explained why he didn't take it and just dumped it off in there. And they was trying to make him seem like a dumb character. But what I get from this is, or that's what we look at him as, but what they was trying to portray him as, where and I get there, but I don't think he was really slow, right? But so they catch him up there, you know, Mondo Burger exploding and all that other shit. The burgers exploding, which I don't even think was real meat, but we gonna get there. The car fall on top of him. You go Kurt go to jail. Boom. Okay, so um now let me go to this scene real quick. Let me see where it go. Okay, so now this is where they sneak off into you know into it. But before we get there, right, he sit down, talk to him, cause the girl that killed Keenan, like, you know, we ain't gonna, but the girl that Keenan, like, she told him that, and everybody was calling him a punk and all that because of what he did, what he did to Kel with the contract and all that, right? So this dog come up, he's talking to Keenan, he's talking to Kel, telling him that like four clowns, their car had broke down, right? And excuse me, four clowns, their car had broke down and they was stopped in the middle of the road or something like that. And Keenan was like, man, you crazy? That ain't what the dog talking about. He most likely just hungry, right? But little do you know now. Okay, so this is the part that I'm talking about, that I want to explain, like why I don't think Kel was necessarily a dummy, right? An idiot. How they was trying to get him to seem like he was stupid. I feel like they was saying like he was so tapped in with his nature, like his like he was still like pure, right? He still had like a pure soul and he wasn't corrupted by the outside forces of the world. You feel me? Like he didn't let nothing outside of him dictate, you know, who he was or how he acted type shit. Um and that's why he was able to talk to the dog, because he's still so in tune with nature, with his natural self, his pure divine self, that he was able to do something like probably what our ancestors used to do, that was able to talk to animals or understand animals when they would, say something to him or whatever, bark, whatever the case may be, whatever the animal did, right? That was able to like pretty much understand them, or I guess communicate with them in a way. And yeah, so that's what I get from this clip, right? And Kale wouldn't understand. I mean, Keenan wouldn't understand because he's I guess he's pulled by these out. His world is dictated by the outside world, instead of him just being in his own bubble like Kale is, and not letting the world dictate who he is or what he become or how he acts, right? And being in tune with himself, his natural self, that he think this shit is malarkey. He don't believe that that's what the dog talking about. But lo and behold, it literally was some clowns that was stuck and they needed help, and the dog wasn't lying, right? But also, they said that he was saying that the dog was hungry, right? So he fed him the Mondo burger, and the dog didn't eat it though, right? So now there's clips floating around on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, but on TikTok, videos floating around on TikTok, and people talking about how, or people leaving their food outside or whatever. So the bugs are showing how like the bugs don't even want to eat it, or animals don't even want to touch the food anymore, right? Fast food, or what I'm saying, a lot of this fast food shit, how animals don't even want to eat it, so why are we eating it type shit. But so the dog don't even eat it. He senses that something is wrong with the burger, not just that it's chemicals in there, that it's probably not even real meat. It might even be motherfucking human meat. And we know now that McDonald's is, something happened with them where they have got caught actually serving people real human or something like that, real human flesh or something, supposedly. But yeah, and people was like finding bones fragments or teeth or jaws left in their food sometimes or something like that, and it looked like human shit. It was from a human. But so right, they feed him the Mondo burger, he don't even want to eat it, the dog. But then they feed him the good burger. If I can pull up the clip. Okay, so here we go, right here. So they feed him. Oops. So dang, I can't get to it. Okay, well y'all get the point, cause it ain't letting me show it. It ain't letting me get there for some reason. But anyways, yeah, it ain't letting me get there. But okay, so he feed him the the good burger, and he actually eats it though. So that was trying to say what I should have said, like I did at the beginning of the breakdown before I even got into it. That was trying to say, I guess, like Good Burger is the authentic, like the old style type, real food, when restaurants was actually serving like real food type shit, you know what I'm saying, actually cared about the people, so called, so they say, which really we know they was just in it for the money. But they actually so called cared about the people and what the food was actually like back then. But then Mondo Burger come and they're changing up the game because they just want all the money that they can get, so they don't care if the food got chemicals, poisons, if it ain't even, if it ain't even real meat, they don't care, they just want the money. Some greedy rich capitalistic bastards, right? So they feed him the good burger, he eat it. So now, dresser scene, they dress up like females and go in Mondo Burger. And we all know about the dress ritual, right? This is like I was saying, it's been a thing. It don't just stop in Hollywood. They have been doing this in history. Some of those ancient paintings that you see, like I'ma just use Mona Lisa as an example. Uh Now, like I said, I'm just using this as an example, but I think I might have heard before that Mona Lisa was actually a man. It wasn't really no female, right? But yeah, so paintings like that, old paintings that you think might be a female is really a male, but or that you think might be a male is really a female, right? So they been doing this. Like I said, go check out that video, this one right here. I've been talked about that. You see. And like I said, go back to the wig party. That's what they call it. The people who was wearing white wigs in history. So they sneak off in Mondo Burger. They putting the chemicals off in there. And also, you see how it's like they saying like it's fat, like literally now it's turning into like real fast food, like it's conveyor belt type food, like a assembly line type food. Like, you know, people don't really care about it. They just trying to, you know, get as much money as possible from this shit. And they, whether it's and trying to make it as big as possible, like the chicken. We know how they do the chicken, putting steroids and chemicals all off in it to make it bigger and all this other stuff. When really, chicken wings don't even be that big. You feel me? Chicken legs don't even be that big. You feel me? But so yeah, they dropping it on there. It's going through like this little conveyor heating system. Then it puff up the burger. You know what I'm saying? They super close off in this window, damn near finna kiss while dressed up like females. Um, and I mean, y'all know about these child actors and what they actually had to go through. So boom, they ripped the clothes off of them. And this is the part I actually want to play. But they ripped the clothes off of him, right? He actually down dressed to the T, you know, with the whole get down on like a female. And so now you see I wanted to play this clip because they in the background was still, you know, kind of like looking and, you know, checking them out type shit. Looking back there. Y'all just need to go. I didn't even catch that when I watched the movie. You feel me? So y'all just gonna have to watch that because I can't play it. But you know, they try to run or whatever. Then they catch him, or not really catch him, but they push him to the wall. You get up on top of him like that, so close and shit like that. So yeah. Then guess what? They send them because they don't want them to tell people what they're doing and what's going on. They send them to a mental asylum. They send them to Demented Hills, is what they call it. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Let me pull it up because it's on here. I just went to it at the end. Dang, I got to it. I got to it at the end. Somewhere I pulled it up. But anyways, yeah. So then on that one, they tell them and they send them to the mental asylum, right? Um, that's where they're breaking out though, breaking out of it. Let me see. Man, where it go? That ain't the one I'm looking for. It was another clip on here that showed the part. I think it might have been that one, but right. Okay, so they send them to mental asylums. They send them to a mental asylum, right? Let me see. Let me go to it. I'm gonna just go to this clip, even though this ain't the one I'm really looking for. But I'm gonna just go to this one. I wanted to go to the clip where they actually like. It was a clip that I put in the video before it got deleted. Where they actually, I think it might be this one. Let me see. I think it might be that one. Where they actually sent them to like the asylum in the clip. Let me see. Damn, no, that's the one I watched. Okay, so what now one? Was it this one? It might be that one. Nope, it ain't that one either. Okay, well, yeah, okay. So they send them to a mental asylum, and so about that, so they send them because they didn't want them to tell what was really going on, right? So we know that most of the old world buildings, like the old world Tartarian cathedral type buildings and shit, castle structure, castle, uh, what they call it, something esque, Romanesque type buildings, right? They turn them mugs into mental asylums, and let me go to this clip real quick. So they turned it into a mental asylum, and mental asylums was old world was they the old world turning into the new world, and that's kind of what Mondo Burger was portraying. Good Burger was like the old world, Mondo Burger was like the new world. You see how they was all in the retro looking old fits back then and shit. That was like the futuristic look, I guess, but it was the retro look. But so they sent people to the mental asylums back then, for pretty much anything, but they sent them there if they didn't want to adjust and acquiesce, or however you say that, to the new world order. So right, so people always talk about the new world order, and that it's coming, or that it just now it is something that recently kind of just came. No, it's been here since the 1800s, or possibly a little longer. But the new world order has been being implemented, and it's still being implemented now. We're in the new world order, but they're pushing the agenda further along into the NWO. Okay, so let me go to this channel right here and show you what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, I could have just went to my history, honestly, instead of just trying to find the whole video again. I could just go to my history. And I can go to my history for all the clips too, right? Okay, so let me unmute this because I can actually play this clip, and this is some of the reasons why they
Or
would
these hospitals aren't.
send people into mental asylums. But before I do, yeah, they would send like the people who didn't want to adjust into the new world and wanted to stick with the old world traditions, or their you know what I'm saying, their tribal, I guess you could say, traditions, which I don't, that's a whole nother video topic that I have talked about. I did a little talking about, but yeah, I don't think it was actually like this tribal people, like they trying, like, that lived outside type shit. But yeah, so yeah, they sent people to the mental asylums for not wanting to adjust to the new world, right?
Giving you the whole
So
truth. I mean, just look at this logbook of the West Virginia Hospital for the Insane. This list documents reasons for admission to the institution. I mean, these guys weren't playing around. So these are pretty crazy. If you ran out of money and became homeless, got business trouble, if you got kicked in the head by a horse, I guess that was common back then, imaginary female trouble, an immoral life, not sure what that's supposed to mean, imprisonment, okay, that's kind of scary. If you had your own religious beliefs, or if you were a woman with her own beliefs, that would get you sent to an asylum. Let's see. Bad whiskey. Okay. These institutions don't really care about your health. They were designed for that purpose. These facilities are tools of the state to control society based on what the controllers deem appropriate. If you overstudied religion, that would get you sent to the institution. Overtaxing mental powers, so if you were too smart, they would get you. Oh, and look, you can get sent in for politics, right? How convenient. I mean, this is a super long list. I'm not going to go over it all, read it over, but it's just insane. I mean, egotism, how do we even measure that? If someone acts arrogant, they just get thrown into a lunatic asylum? I mean, this kind of became a meme because of some of the weirder, funnier ones, but they would basically throw you into an asylum for any reason that they wanted.
Okay, so y'all get the point. This is all the reasons right here, but I'm pretty much that the mental asylum was a way for them to get rid of you, right? And so nobody knows where you even are anymore. You feel me? You somewhere just rotting away at a mental asylum, going crazy or something, or they try to make you seem crazy, or they actually giving you pills that turn your ass crazy. We seen if you haven't, I mean, we seen pretty much a lot of movies where they have done that. They take a person that knows too much and put them in a mental asylum and drug them up and they slobbering all on themselves. But it's this movie called The Bones, and it's about the skull and bones. And Paul Walker is in there, and they literally do that in the movie to this dude because he's trying to find out, I guess the secrets about the bones, right? But they did that in that movie. If you haven't watched that, go check that out. But yeah, so that yeah, they put you in this mental asylum, drug you up, and make you seem crazy. Okay, so that's what they did to them. They was asking where Ed and whatever, I forgot the other dude name in the show, but they was asking where they was at. Then they broke up out of there. Also, I do want to play that scene if they even show that part. I do want to play the scene because it was an important part in here that I wanted to play. And no, they just showed them breaking out. But in that scene, though, there was a scene in a mental asylum where they started dancing, and not just dancing. They was doing Michael Jackson Thriller type moves. They was doing Michael Jackson dances, right? And now the symbolism I was getting from that was that if you know there is so-called spirits or whatever uh entities that can possess you and make you dance uncontrollably, right? And we all, I mean, pretty much didn't have that happen where you just turn on us or a song come on and for some reason you just start dancing, or even in church they playing a certain song and you just get up and start dancing. Everybody in that mud doing that one stumping dance, that one, I'm saying, with their feet. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Everybody in there doing that dance, you feel me, just dancing uncontrollably. Michael Jackson specifically, it was this one spirit that so-called possessed him, and it's called the Corybite spirit, Corybant. And I didn't even break this down in the first review, so or the first video I did before they just took it down on live while I was doing the live stream before this one. But there is a spirit called a Corybite spirit or a Corybant, whatever, something like that. uh but that's why he was dancing like that uncontrollably, and he, what I'm saying, he would always be dancing like that because so-called supposedly that spirit of dancing, whatever, that possessed him, that Corybite spirit, Corybite, however you say it. But yeah, they was doing some and in a mental asylum where people are so-called crazy and see spirits or talk to voices in their head, which is really just other dimensions. They talking to other spirits or whatever on other dimensions, or they can hear other something like that. But yeah, they started dancing off in there like they was possessed by a spirit, or so called, to say, right, Ed, which is Kale. He made them start dancing, and he made friends with two crazy people off in there, or so called. and this one girl liked them. One of them was a girl. One of them was that one dude that was super crazy and so-called beat up everybody up in there or something like that. But so boom, then this Shaquille part, they pull up to Shaquille, give him the Mondo, I mean give him the good burger with his new secret sauce, and of course it was Shaquille, cause y'all know he in on that type of shit. And I'm pretty sure all of this is I mean if you win that inner circle, because most of these the stuff that they talk about or put in movies or put in TV show or put, it's like inside jokes, it's inner, you know, it's inner jokes, inside jokes that you us as regular people probably, well, a lot of some of us starting to understand, but a lot of people as regular people definitely back then wouldn't have never understood or never even would have had a second guess thought about that shit, which we did. But now all this stuff is starting to come back up though. But yeah, which is another reason why I feel like they have took away Blu-ray, you know what I'm saying, took away the disc, the actual physical copy, so that way they can switch it to streaming and they can edit it, or you know what I'm saying, do whatever with it anytime that they want to. You feel me? And take out this and take out that, and then spook your ass with what's that's called, the Mandela effect. Spook your ass with the Mandela effect. Talk about, well, nah, I know Pikachu tail was black, I mean was yellow, it was never black, type shit. Or I know the Monopoly man had a monocle. Yes, bro, he did. We all know he did. Like that, we know that the cornucopia was on the Fruit of the Loom. All that is them going see how far they can erase history. That's all that is them just trying to change up or erase history. That's all they really is. And that's why I feel, and I just got this download because I didn't say this in the first video, but that's why I feel like they switched this everything to streaming and a cloud, so they can edit it and do whatever they need to when they want to. Because I was gonna do this video too, but how like what's his name, El Chapo and a lot of them type of people like that, or not, even just like, you know, some pretty much some a lot of the pictures on the internet was AI, my nigga. Even Ghislaine Maxwell, supposedly she might be AI, like not even a real person. Epstein supposedly too, but mainly just Lane Maxwell, however you say it, Ghislaine, whatever, was supposedly motherfucking AI, wasn't even real. El Chapo, that was all AI photos. And I've made a video on this too, that the internet, they've been had that memes. Listen, all that shit, they this is not new, bro. They been had all this shit planned out and ready to go from the get-go. They just slowly implemented this shit and advanced it to make it look like we was advancing as humankind. But really, if you ask me, like I was saying in all some of my older videos, I don't think we advancing. I think we really declining. We reversing, going backwards. We stopped declining like in the 1990s, probably 2000, somewhere in the 2000s, probably we stopped declining and have started going down. I mean, we have stopped advancing as humankind. I ain't gonna even lie, I said this in all my older videos, so go watch them, because now we ain't even thinking for ourselves anymore. It's computers and AI. We got chat GBT, and Grok, people typing it and having that shit create everything. I have just now started using it, but the only thing I use it for is AI thumbnail. Some of my thumbnails, some of them I might just make a picture, but I still might do a little stuff and put a little stuff in it myself. But recently I have just kind of started using the stock regular image and that I download from ChatGPT, but that's all. I don't ask it no questions. I don't do none of that shit. I just use it for work specifically and only making photos, thumbnails, something like that. That's it. I made a new, that intro that y'all heard, I use that AI to make that, but that's it, bro. That's it. I ain't using it for nothing else, and all I use it for is my thumbnails. But I gotta use it for that now because I gotta compete somehow. You feel me? So I gotta. Everybody using it for their videos, so now I guess I gotta get in it, and you know what I'm saying. Not really compete, but get my videos seen somehow. So I gotta make them as good as possible. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but so that's that. Let me see. What other breakdown? That was Shaquille. We did a dressing. Let me go to my history on here. I mean the video I ain't got nothing yet saying that, you know, so it must be straight. So let's go to this. The dressing is okay, so boom. Oh man, that's where I stopped at too. That's where I was getting to, and it ended up getting stopped on me, right? So so let me make sure I did the rest of them. Okay, so boom, I did all those. Okay, so now we going to this one real quick.
Roxanne.
Oh shit. Okay, so boom, they say send in Roxanne, right? Now let me get off that real quick because that's what I'm gonna start. That's shit. So hold on. If I gotta redo this, that's exactly, I know exactly how I'm gonna do it, right? That's how I'm gonna do it. So this is the clip, right? He says send in Roxanne. So okay. Boom. They send in Roxanne. Y'all see, they send in Roxanne with the red dress, right? And we all know about this. If you don't know, you gonna know now. Be careful with, they call it the lady or the devil, or what is that called? The devil in the red, or the something in the red dress, something like that. But the lady in the red dress, right? So what it's symbolizing is pretty much he is like supposed to like seduce you, and pretty much first off they saying it's like the devil coming, you know, and trying to seduce you, and you know, distract you type shit, like that Snake Eyes movie when the girl walked through with the red dress, and then he and the dude end up getting shot after that. Right after that, he see the lady with the red dress. Or even in Shark Tales, I was finna do a Shark Tales breakdown because I had watched that recently, not too long ago, maybe about a week or so ago, or maybe two. I was finna do a breakdown on that shit. But yeah, Shark Tales, the fish with the red dress, that lady with the lady fish with the red dress, bro. I forgot her name, but yeah, that, and she strolled up and pretty much was trying to keep him inside of that lifestyle, that Hollywood type living lifestyle. Of course, the player of the fish, that or the character of the fish was Will Smith. But they was trying to keep, and the other one, I think the red, the one, the other fish I'm talking about, that the fish in the red dress was Angelina Jolie, I believe. But yeah, they was trying to keep him within the Hollywood lifestyle, but Angie was actually his, I guess you could say it was his like true crush. You feel me? And the fish in the red dress knew that, and so she was trying to keep him distracted from Angie and keep him within that lifestyle, living that lifestyle. You feel me? He also I guess you could say frauded his way up to a top. I'm still talking about the Shark Tales movie, but he also frauded his way up to the top, I guess you could say, or scammed or schemed his way up to the top, because if y'all remember, he so-called killed that shark. I think his name was Bruce. I don't even want to say that because now I'm thinking about Finding Nemo, but damn, I forgot his name. But anyways, yeah, that he killed the other shark, Lenny. I think his name was Lenny. He killed, or one of the two, but he killed that shark, right? And then Will Smith, his fish character was acting like, you know, he did it. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what I'm saying. He killed. He was acting like he did the shit. So pretty much, he was getting all this money. You know what I'm saying? Acting like somebody that he's not, that he wasn't. This big and bad tough person that killed the big and bad tough fish. You feel me? And if y'all get that right, how what's his name, Donald Trump, talk about the muddy swamp, we're gonna drain the muddy swamp, right? Or they always talking about the big fish. You know what I'm saying? I'm the big fish around here, the big shark. You feel me? If y'all know about that, the mob term, which there was some mob fish. You feel me? Like the Italian mob type shit. But yeah, so that's that. I was gonna do a breakdown on the Shark Tales movie. If y'all want me to do that, comment that. But yeah, back to this. So the lady in the red dress, they sent in Roxanne, right, to Ed to try and get his secret sauce information, right? Distract him, you know what I'm saying? Get his secret sauce information. They went on a date. Him and Kel went on a date with the two girls, right? Of course, they went to a castle-ish type building, right? A old world type building. I didn't even catch that until just now, but of course they went to one of those type buildings to have, I guess, a party, or what? Not party, but is that a party? Or I know they was playing okay, now that might be a food joint. I don't know, but I know they was playing Top Golf somewhere, so they might be playing, they might eating, playing Top Golf, whatever. You feel me? But it's an old world type building. Of course, it had to be, and I didn't even catch that till just now. So they sent in her color coding silver and blue. Sometimes you gotta look for color coding. I don't know what silver and blue is, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying, you feel me? So yeah, they sent in, they was trying to steal, she was trying to seduce him. And he wasn't going for it. I don't think it was because he didn't like her. I don't know why he didn't. I'm gonna have to think deeper on that, but he even knocked her out. But what I first thought about that was like she was trying to seduce him, and he said ill or no or something about something that she was trying to do. And that first thing I thought of was Nick Fuentes, him, and how some of the other people that's around that's in that little, that, or even like JD Vance and all them, I believe. But you know, that type of group, you feel me? That little, you know, if y'all feel understand what I'm saying, that, or know what I'm saying, if you know, you know, I guess. But that group, that, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying. But anyways, yeah, go watch my JD Vance video. Go. Let me pull it up, because I'm done searching clips from there. So let me go here. Oh shit. Let me go here real quick. Go watch this video, right? Where it go? This video right here. Now bear with it, because it is we're not before I got, you know, to this type of quality that I'm at now. But yeah, I was spending some knowledge in there too as well. All my videos I do. But yeah, go watch that video. And so yeah, that immediately brought me to that Nick Fuentes thing, how he said dating girls is disgusting or something like that type shit, right? Now we don't even have to say why, we know why. Because if you a male and you say dating a female is disgusting, I mean, we already know what's up at that point. But now I could see why somebody would say that if they had backed it up with the claim of like the way that the dating pool is today. that would be different. But if you saying it just as in like just in general, like no, I don't fuck with females type shit, then yeah, of course that's kind of the way that Nick Fuentes was saying it. And then if you know, if you don't, you do now. But he one of his the person that he was rolling with before he got to the person that he was now was like wearing bunny cat ears, and you know they yeah, so you know what type of time that was on. He was always hanging out with this this one dude, and they both look suspect. That was wearing bunny ears, cat ears, or the other dude was always wearing some cat ears, not bunny ears type shit, wearing some cat ears. But anyways, yeah, they sent in the a lady in a red dress. What is it called? The Devil Wears Prada. That's what I was trying to say earlier. But the Devil Wears Prada. They sent the lady in a red dress to try to distract them and get the secret information, right? Okay, so now let's go back real quick. Actually, no, that might be yeah, that might be it. I did, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, I still don't feel like it was as good as the first breakdown I did, but yeah, man, I'm kind of sad that they deleted that downstream, man. I'm kind of mad about that. Sad and mad. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I broke that shit down good as hell. I ain't gonna even trip though, cause I already knew. I ain't really tripping though at the same time, cause I knew it was gonna probably happen. Cause I tried to do it just screen recording before, and it didn't even play the video, so I knew probably what type of shit was gonna happen. But yeah, so let me see how long I've been doing it. Okay, it's about the same length. Okay, so about the same length. And I added some different shit in it this time, some newer shit that actually was needed to be said too. But let me make sure I got everything in there. Let me go back over here and check out the clips real quick. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, man. So yeah, we know about we already know, about Dan Schneider now, and how they get down, or how he got down, and the type of stuff. You feel me? Let me see if I can catch some symbolism within the. Oops. And what made me realize, cause when I seen Dan Schneider, bro, in the movie, I was like, he looks very familiar, bro. Who is that? And then I searched up the movie, and then I see Nickelodeon, and then it just automatically rung a bell. I was like, shit, that's Dan Schneider, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then I went and looked at the cast, and yep, it was Dan Schneider. I forgot that he was I didn't even catch that he was in the movie. I don't even know if I really even knew exactly who he was back then. You feel me? But yeah, so let's read. Yeah, man. At first, it came off of all that, and I didn't even know that this is first came off of all that. But I did see it on the side over there when I was doing a little when I was explaining or doing a little breakdown. But yeah, man, that's the end of this one. That's the you know what I'm saying. I think I broke it down pretty good. You know what I'm saying. I added my little, because I don't know if anybody ever broke it down and talked about this movie in the conspiracy type of way. You feel me? They may have been some people who done it, but just saying, talking about it. But I don't think they talked about it in conspiracy type of way, which it ain't really a conspiracy. You feel me? Well, no, actually it is, because I did once again go, just go check out all my videos. You know what I'm saying? They all got useful. You feel me? They just go check them out. But yeah, man, I don't think nobody really talked about it. You know what I'm saying? I broke this down on this, you know what I'm saying? Like this. So yeah, man, that's the end of this video. And let me go ahead and switch to my outro screen. That's the end of this video, man, and I will catch y'all on the next one.
Hear this. You're in the circle now. Check your shoulders. Make sure it's just you and these words. You have now tuned in to the Let 'Em Know podcast, where the real talk's quiet and the truth talks loud. No accidents. You found this frequency. So sit back. Lock in. Let 'em know you're listening. You're now tuned in to the Let 'Em Know podcast.